morning and welcome to our stitch along. I'm Sue Spargo and we're going to be working on the stocking and the flower this week, so let's get started. So I hope you're having a fun time. I see we've got quite a few done, so it won't be long before we finish this, hopefully in time for Christmas. So today we're going to work on the stocking, which is down here on the left, on the bottom, and the flower. And I don't think there's much that's too complicated, but we'll talk about a little bit about the threads and the stitches. So here are the two finished circles. So for the stocking, we'll be using House of Embroidery, a little bit of Dazzle, and also an Eleganza thread. So the first thing you can do is just draw little lines across for the top, the cuff, and the two parts of the stocking, and we will fill that with buttonhole filler stitch. Even though I'm going to say that on the sample we did the salon stitch, we're going to do that on the mitten. So we wrote it as the open buttonhole for this particular project, so there is not an error in that at all. So what I would do is do the back stitch around each of these three elements. You're going to fill them with open buttonhole filler, and then you're going to do a little seed stitch with a back stitch around, and then we'll complete it doing French knots and a little fly stitch around the outer edge. So that should be quite simple. And then onto the flower, we'll be working with silk straw, Dazzle again, and the Eleganza number 8 thread. So we have a closed fly stitch here for the little leaf. So I suggest you just draw a straight line for the stem. I'm just going to show you in a minute how to do the woven bar. And then I did a closed fly stitch, but you can see I did it very close together so that it fills in the whole leaf. Little back stitches here with little berries on, French knots, and then some bullion knots, seed stitch, chain stitch. Then I filled this background with detached chains. And then little bullion knots around the outside. So I think that is all pretty doable. I thought I'd just show you how to do a needle bar or woven needle bar if you're not sure. So for the stem, you could draw a little straight line. You're just going to make 2 straight stitches, the length of your stem, like this, and you're going to come up fairly close to the first one, making sure that they sort of start and finish at about the same height, like that. So you've got 2 parallel stitches. Then I'm going to come up in the middle of these at the same point that I started, like that. Then I always just go, make sure these are quite snug, like that. So then I'm going to go underneath the first one, like this, so I can start weaving. So it's just over, under, over, under. So just a couple of tips. I just pull my thread a little bit to the right so that it pulls it up, and at the same time use my needle to just pull up the threads as we go. So you don't really have to watch the tension because it should just sort of fill it in as a straight little bar, but it's fun for stems or some little accents on different things. So you'll just fill the whole bar with the little weaving, and then at the end I just like to go over and then down in the center. So I'll just finish this for you, and you can see okay, I'm getting to the bottom here. So I always like any weaving, like picots or woven bars, I always like them to be really filled in and nice and snug. I don't want to see the warp threads at all. So Then when you get to the bottom, I'm just going to bring it down, so over and then down in the center to finish the bottom. So then you'll have a little bar just like this for the little stem over here. So I think those are doable, and I hope you have fun with those two, and we'll be on to some more next week. Happy stitching, and like and subscribe.